Nature does not belong to us. We belong to nature. We are one with biodiversity. And in this sense, we have to cooperate with the law. The law of equilibrium is which nature goes by. And when we look around, we can clearly see that money disrupts that very equilibrium because we constantly chase it. And that makes us do things that we wouldn't do if this money-making mentality was not a social construct. We got into so many troubles because we monetize life itself. Although barter may be tempting, it cannot work on a grand scale either. Therefore, is it preferable to forget about money? Sharing resources to the extent that we won't destroy the biosphere in order to achieve such a goal fixes all that. The most daunting aspect is that we have to wrap our minds around the fact that profits do not exist in nature, and which gives evenly without any discrimination and for free. Predators only kill when hunger becomes uncontrollable. It is absolutely vital to understand that natural laws have always the final word. Natural laws are set immutable because the latter exist with or without humanity. And the only choice they offer us is which of being governed or not. And choosing between decentralization and its opposite, centralization. If history is any indication, money was invented to centralize wealth. There isn't any other way around. The idea of buying freedom is irrational when you really think about it. "5,000 years ago, nobody owned any land, as we explained in Life versus the Patriarchy, a previous documentary. When rules changed, people merely claimed the latter to be theirs. The fact is that property rights only exist in our minds. Nature is a common heritage, as long as we follow her rules, and our only home, now until the day we die. In this sense, a money-free society must be purely and absolutely voluntary, no coercion. We can get to work with our neighbors and transform yards into vegetable gardens and share the harvest, or help them build their houses, for example. We all want to feel included because it is our life purpose. Doing community work is also important. It isn't the time to worry too much about organization, but urgently reconnect with humanity, focus on degrowing the economy from home, and self-sustainability to overcome our harmful system until the transition is completed. As we gradually adapt to a different lifestyle, skilled people will stand out and offer various templates for us to choose from. We will expand on this in a future video when the time is right. The shift in mindset has first to occur. Have you ever pondered what society would be like if there was no advertising, and which is why we overconsume as a matter of fact, living simpler while prioritizing the recycling industry and regenerating the environment should remain our absolute bottom line at this stage. Unfortunately, recycling or waste gets so little attention because there is so much more money to make from the natural resources directly. It shouldn't be that way. The most challenging aspect we will have to accept is that the subjectivity of value cannot be overcome. Money cannot exist without the interference of a monopoly enforcing the value of the currency upon society. And that means that collusion cannot be prevented either, since special interests need that very monopoly to stay in control. This is a vicious entanglement, a real catch-22. Collusion and monopoly are deep flaws, therefore embedded in the concept of money. As a matter of fact, the subjectivity of value alone makes any monetary theories unworkable in the long run. Boom and bust cycles have plagued the history of all civilizations, Hence the conclusion that money was never meant to buy freedom. One way or another, we'll have to embrace a money-free alternative, because on top of that, automation is too going to displace millions of workers permanently. We are not in favor of AI, and we recommend that you watch Your DNA is Not for Sale. However, the more knowledge progresses, the more money becomes a hindrance and a threat to the future of the planet. A second COVID lockdown that could happen at any moment will detonate a great reset, a crisis like unseen before. And what for in the end? Competition, hoarding, a celebrity cult? How to define success when the whole planet is on the brink of collapse? Really? Nature has made sure that nobody would take over and that we cannot consume more than we need. To put it very simply, nobody is allowed to take more out than what she or he puts in. Mathematics is our language, and such a new metaphysics should guide our steps moving forward.